Just in case light weather wasn't tricky enough, now we're going to throw some thunderstorms into the mix for you.
Yeah, thunderstorms are going to make it very interesting for us. It's not only the big swings in the wind direction, which is really difficult, and all the boats that have come to watch and everything. It's the wild fluctuations in the wind strength, which means boats are foiling, boats have stopped. Huge discrepancies in speed. So it's going to be a tough day in the office for us.
I don't doubt that at all. But how are you going to go about it? You've got 4 races to try and get in. You've worked so hard to try and complete this second round robin.
Look, we can only take it as it comes. Maybe they won't come. I think they'll pass through fairly quickly. Maybe we've just got to stop and take a breath for a few minutes. It's this is sort of where you have to use your sort of years of judgment to the best effect you can to have an understanding of what's coming next and try to find a window where we can race these boats. I'm sure we'll get there, but it's just going to be a trying day.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where it's so nice having you sitting in that regatta director chair, because all the sailors know you've been in their position.
Well, we've all been out there on these sort of days, and whether the cloud comes right down in the middle of the course or it comes down the left or the right, it will have a big difference on what we see. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned indeed. And that said, we already know who our challengers are going to be, essentially, in that Challenger Series. How does that work out? I believe that Peter Burling gets to pick who he will race against later on today.
Well, the number one result gets to pick. So that poses an interesting question. Do they pick someone that they really want to race hard with? Or do they pick, maybe what they see as the easiest? Yeah.
Someone wants to get in touch with you. See, he's an important man. But that said, so then we'll have that draw, and the leader of this qualifying series gets a bonus point as well.
If they get through to the Cup.
Yeah. If they get through to the Cup. So how does that work?
Well, right now it looks like either New Zealand or Oracle could get the bonus point into the Cup if New Zealand gets to the Cup. So if either one of those two, well, Oracle will definitely get to the Cup.
Yes, obviously,
And if they have the bonus point, the opposition starts on -1 race, so that it always maintains that there'll be best to 7 in the final, so that, the fans don't get shortchanged by losing a race.
Yeah. And so I think that's what a lot of people have been asking. What is this bonus point? How does it all work? And the leader gets to also choose their opposition in the semi-final. So it sounds complicated, but it's really quite simple.
Well, it is. I think it is quite simple, and it's rewarding for all of the work that's gone in over the previous years to, go through the World Series, make all of that important and count. And, it might not sound that important at the beginning, but it sure looks important right now.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you look at Land Rover BAR with their 2 bonus points sitting up above Artemis, and those 2 bonus points from the World Series mean a hell of a lot.
Well, they did, and they probably played hard for them, but had they been able to translate that into performance in the qualifiers, it might have been a whole different story for them, going forward.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Good luck out there today. I think you may need it, but I'm sure you'll do a brilliant job.
Well, we'll be doing our best.